Good evening, everyone. Welcome to People's Voice last episode of this series. Before we dive into the actual session, let me express my deepest gratitude to all of you out there for your excellent feedback, lots of love, warm responses, recommendation, and also expressing your interest to be part of People's Voice. Unfortunately, in just 15 days, we cannot get all the speakers who were interested, who were also professional and experts in their own field. But now, as I know that people out there, our viewers, speakers are interested in people's voice, I have decided to come back with people's voice. Perhaps with different platform, perhaps with different format, but definitely we will come back with people's voice. And now moving to our speaker's details. He is someone who I know professionally, of course. However, I didn't know much about his professional life. I am glad that today I have him for People's Voice because the topic he is going to touch upon, it's not really known by people, but it is extremely play a significant role in our life, in our corporate lives, for our health, safety and environment. Yes, he is health, safety and environment professional. We will talk about him more when he is in the chat room, and I can see he is in the chat room. So let's invite him. Sorry. Let me just invite him. Also, if you have any unique ideas or any suggestion or you want to collaborate with People's Voice, you are welcome. Do ping me. With that, today's speaker, last episode speaker, Sunil NS is here. Hi Sunil, how are you?
Hi,
How are you doing?
fine, good. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. We can see you clearly.
All right, that's great.
It's fine, huh? You are fine, comfortable?
Yeah, all right.
Fine.
But how come I cannot see the video of mine here? That's
You can't?
yeah.
I'm not sure why. You can't see the split screen where you and
No,
I both are.
no, I can see
Uh-uh.
only you. Yeah.
I'm not sure
All right.
why it is that.
I don't
You
know.
want
The
me?
people are able to
Yeah,
see me, or I don't know.
definitely they can see you. If
All
someone
right.
can just comment that you can see our today's guest, Sunil, that would be great. Or if you want, I can cancel this invite. I can invite you again just to give it a
All
try.
right. Okay,
Okay?
let's try that then.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashok, that you can see our guest. In case if you can't hear him or me, please put it in the comments so that we will check our connectivity, internet connectivity.
But
Now,
earlier I was seeing you, but now I don't know. Just went off. Can you call me once again?
no problem, but I saw our viewers return. He disconnected. Okay, hi Ashok. Hi Nisar. Hi Anbu. Anbu is my friend Manimaran. Hey, how you doing all? Hey Jack, reading friends Prakhar. How you all doing? I hope you all are enjoying being home in Kuwait. Just in 2 days, we are gonna get back to partial curfew. Not completely lockdown is going to lift, but yeah, at least sometime we can go out. Let me just check. Speaker is sending me video chat request. Yeah, because he's not in chat room. That's why Ashok, you cannot see him. I have sent him the invite.
Yeah. Are you able to see? I hope people are able to see me, right? But there's some audio problem.
Hear me?
Not
It's absolutely
not able to hear you properly. That's
cannot hold.
yeah. Some voice disturbance. Yeah.
Or we can go ahead with this. You cannot hear me at
No,
all.
no, the voice was not audible. That's why. Yeah.
Now I'm just getting closer to the mic. Now
Okay.
it's
Then
better
now
for you.
it's better. It's better.
It's much better, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So Sunil, let's just start our conversation for People's Voice. But before that, Sunil, let me introduce you for our viewers. I'm sure you are a renowned personality in Kuwait, but it's a tradition in People's Voice to introduce our, our guest.
All right.
Sunil NS, who is the last guest of People's Voice for this series. He is a health safety environment professional for not one, two, or decade, but for more than 27 years of experience in oil field, upstream, downstream, petrochemical sector. By qualification, he is a mechanical engineer with master degree in HSE and worked as an HSE professional in Kuwait oil sector. He is a certified lead auditor for the Environment Management System and Occupational Health and Safety Management System. Sunil is also a professional member of American Society of Safety Professionals since 2003, and we will use the term ASSP for this organization because we are going to talk about it in our conversation. And he has also been a leadership role of the ASSP Kuwait chapter, which is the largest chapter outside the United States. Currently, he is the president of the ASSP Kuwait chapter, and during his spare time, he likes to play varied leadership roles in non-profit organization. With that, Sunil, People's Voice warmly welcome you.
Thank you so much, Nasima. It is nice to be here in the People's Voice today, and nice to see our friends and those who are interested to hear more about HSC. I welcome all of them.
Okay, all right. Sunil, let's at the onset begin with what is HSE. I'm sure people out there do not have the clear picture. As you know, I didn't have the idea about HSC. So could you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, HSE means is a short form which we commonly used in our sectors. But for others, let me explain that it is called health, safety, environment. By health means it's not that other medical health, it is the occupational health. In the workplace which we are working, there are numerous health hazards. For example, let's take the example of your postures or working on computers. If you are in awkward postures, later on it triggers to a back pain and it will affect your health. If you are in a chemical industry, the exposure to chemicals. So all those comes under the category of health. Next comes the safety. Safety is something which is a state which can ensure that there is no injuries will happen to you or no damage to properties. So such a scenario is called safety. And the third one, all of you know, environment. We get everything from environment and we need to protect that. So that three disciplines together constitutes HSE. And sometimes in some companies, it is depending upon their activities, like for example, refinery, each of them are considered as a separate discipline. So
Okay.
that's in general about HSE.
Okay. And today, in this scenario especially, and this times mainly, most of the companies does have HSC officer, HSC professional in their company. Maybe a one person or maybe a team, but they do have HSC. So I'm sure your profession does play an important role for health, safety, and environment in corporate world. With that, uh, how HSC become key element to make an organization sustainable? This I was little skeptical. So if you can answer that, how HSC helps to be sustainable, to make the company sustainable?
You know, depending upon your activities, high risk, medium risk, low risk. When it comes to normal shopping malls, they don't have much risk. But when it comes to industries like chemical industry, refineries, oil sector, they have high hazards and the risks are very high. So accordingly, they have severe protocols. They need more procedures and all. But in order to become an organization, any organization to sustainable, HSE is very key. You have to identify your risks which you are working from your activities, and you have to take adequate precautions on that. If you don't take that, your activities will get diverted. You may get accidents, you may get fire, and your production may get interrupted. So you cannot meet the demand, your sale will go down, and finally what happens? The stakeholders, they will raise questions. Regulatory authorities, they will post, if you have a fire, regulatory authorities will come and they will check and they will say you are not compliant to the requirements, and they may put fine. The insurance of the particular organization will go high. That definitely your overheads will be high. Employees may not be interested to work because in an organization where there is continuous fire or when continuous accidents, employees will not be in a position to work. And finally what happens? Your entire business goes down and finally you have to close down. This is what has happened in Union Carbide. All of us know that Union Carbide is no more because they had a very serious tragic accident in India in the year 1980s, where Bhopal tragedy. So now Union Carbide is not there. So in order to sustain, it is essential, especially for oil sector companies and similar high hazard industries and other organizations. Even if you say shopping mall, they have a minimum safety requirement, and which has to be adhered and followed so that any business will become sustainable.
So if I can summarize it in a way that health, safety, and environment is, if it gets affected, then definitely it will have impact on a company, and it might have impact on the production, on the result of the company. So maybe this is the core reason of the stability of any company. Very well explained, Sunil. And how about the protocol? What are the HSC protocols are implemented in an organization?
Yeah, any organization, they use two management systems. That's the practice which organizations use to implement health, safety, environment. For this, there are international standards available. We call it ISO standards. There are two particular standards which is connecting to HSE. One is the ISO 45001, which is the Occupational Health and Safety Standard. And we have ISO 14000, which is the Environment Management System Standard. So these standard has clearly described the requirements which needs to be interpreted. And based on that, the protocols and procedures, policies, strategies, everything is developed. And with that, the company can implement the HSE systems in that. Sometimes being a small company, they may not need to use a management system, but they can make their own procedures and other things using the legal register. Sometimes there may, like Kuwait EPA, they has a legal body. They have certain requirements for everyone. So based on that, they can make procedures. They can implement health and safety.
So you mean every company have their different protocol to implement, or it's a standard for all the companies?
Yeah. Some of the elements are same, but depends upon their activity. It has to be reformatted and used.
Okay, they customize according to their requirements.
To their requirements and their activities.
Oh, okay. All right. Sunil, in your introduction, I did mention about a non-profit organization, ASSP. If you can, I know that you are affiliated with that organization and you are president of that non-profit organization. If you could just give us brief about what you do there as HSE and what is this organization all about?
ASSP is the American Society of Safety Professionals. It's a world oldest and largest safety organization, and it shares in its commitment to and passion for workplace safety and promote members' expertise, leadership, and commitment while providing them with professional development, advocacy, and standards development. It's established in the year 1911. In the US, there was a big accident called Triangle Shirtwaist Factory, where 146 persons were died in that particular fire accident. And based on that, the New York, the US, they made some regulations. And after that, they made a small group called United Association of Casualty Inspectors in the year 1911. In
Okay.
1914, they changed the name to American Society of Safety Engineers. And in the year 2018, they again changed the name to American Society of Safety Professionals in order to include more professionals. Those are not engineers also to be included. This has many, around 80 chapters outside around the world in US and other outside US, and around 40,000 members are currently attached to that. And we are the largest chapter outside US, and we are very proud and honored by the US. We continuously get the Platinum Award. There is a chapter operation monitoring tool where we have to enter what are the activities we are doing, and currently based on that they put some scores, and we always used to get gold or platinum, and continuously we are getting it.
Excellent, excellent. So you mean that ASSP have their organization, their branch in Kuwait, which is called Kuwait chapter of ASSP.
Exactly. Yeah.
What
ASSP,
exactly
yes.
in Kuwait? That
In
chapter.
Kuwait, we established in the year 2000. There was engineer Fadil Ali, who that time was working with KNPC. He, along with another gentleman, Mr. Ujjal Rutik, together started. There were 3 or 4 people that time. They used to meet in garden.
Okay.
Normally gardens, they used to have sit and discuss, and from that they developed to a group of around 7,000 members currently we have in Kuwait. And once upon a time, depending upon the projects, we were around 1,000 members, and
Okay.
we do many activities in Kuwait for the professional development of our members, society, and other companies.
Okay, all right. It means Kuwait chapter does have a big community in Kuwait. It's not a small
Yes.
group. It's like 70,000. It's quite big number looking at the population of Kuwait.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. Though I was reading about ASSP before this session. But it's a big number, and congratulations for earning that accolades, awards, recognition from the United States.
Yes. We do regularly conferences once in 2 years. Just our conference finished in December 2019, where the US, we bring a lot of leaders and safety professionals from outside the Kuwait, and they come and they present papers, they share knowledges, and there will be exhibitions that we do every 2 years. And plus that, after that, we have the recognition of private sector companies. Normally, private sector companies are not recognized unless their client recognized with some awards or some gifts. That's all. But we have a very good program running every year for the recognition of the contractors, private sector companies. Then we have subsidized training, because the market rate training may be very high. We do just on a cost. We don't take any profit from that. Just to cost we do training. And sometimes our leaders, our mentors, they come for volunteer training, and which is totally free. And we do the beach cleanup campaign. We go to schools to teach children about safety. We have a division called WISE, Women in Safety Excellence, which is totally for the professional development of the women in safety. And we have a student wing which works with university students. So a lot of activities, diversified activities we are doing for the enhancement of health, safety, environment in the Kuwait. And we are affiliated with Kuwait Society Engineers, and we are very closely connected to the Kuwaiti oil sector.
Excellent. I think what you guys are doing as a Kuwait chapter of ASSP, definitely in oil sector you have a big role to play, because I work for oil sector and I know how risky that their work is, and they need HSE officer and professionals. to take care of health, safety, and the environment.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just to add that, I'll add two, 3 points also. There are different levels of recognition given for our members by the US ASSP, US and ASSP region and Kuwait chapter also. One of them is the safety professional of the year. There is a criteria where you have continued what activities you as an individual is performing, and such activities are evaluated and give a award. Very recently, we got one of the gentlemen from Kuwait chapter as the safety professional of the year from US.
Okay.
Apart from that, that was a really a coveted win for our chapter among the global chapters, and one of the largest award given to an individual in ASSP is called ASSP Fellow. So far,
Okay.
any non-person outside US have not received. This year, we have received Mr. Ashok Kalabadi. I am sure he is watching also there. So
Okay.
today brought that particular award to Kuwait chapter. So people, when we go to US for various conferences, they definitely, oh, you are from Kuwait chapter, you are from Kuwait chapter. Easily, then the next questions will be, where is Ashok? So it is really a proud moment for us to represent Kuwait chapter across globally for SSP. And also in Kuwait, or when we go to any HSE section of oil sector companies, when we say we are very closely connected with the SSP, oh, they have a very good support and approach to us.
True. Excellent. I am sure you all are proud of what you are doing in ASSP in Kuwait and outside Kuwait. Sunil, we are almost towards the end of the session, but before you leave, I have to ask this question because it is something related to the current scenario. I just want to check, is HSE is helping in any which ways in the current scenario of COVID-19 pandemic?
Yeah, see, all any organization where there is health section, they are separately handling this coronavirus situation. They have a definite protocols for return back to work, how to monitor in case of any scenario of person getting affected with COVID at the site. What is the protocols to be followed? Everything is there. So in general, health and safety environment is very closely monitored, and we are also monitoring the situations in our companies as per our job responsibilities assigned to us. So in respect to safe HSE, what we can see is that any coronavirus is a hazard, and any hazard, it will give you a risk. And currently the risk is very high because we don't have any medicines and other things. So they form any hazard is being treated as a particular way. Any risk has been treated in a particular way. First, there will be engineering controls. Then there will be administrative controls, then the PPE. Here, the engineering controls currently actually should be the vaccine and other things. Currently, it is not available. So the next administrative procedures they are applying, that's the lockdown and safe distancing. And the last one is the PPE. PPE method is the using the mask and the gloves as required. So this is very closely connected to the safety approach that is being adopted by the WHO and the countries across. So safety has a major role in this prevention of pandemic. So I have a message for all of you today. It is nothing but SMS. Use your soap for hand solution, the mask for wearing, and the
True.
social distance. This is very well conceived by one of my friend, Mr. Joshi Sebastian. I would definitely like to take his name on this occasion.
Ha, ha, ha. Thank you so much. It's good to hear that HSC is not only limited to the regular work environment, but also in special scenarios like today's, in this era. This is the first time what it happened in last 1 century. And you guys are supporting this in this uncertain times in their own way. So really good to hear that. With that, Sunil, thank you so much for coming on People's Voice. It was our pleasure to have you as our closing guest. Thank you
Thank you,
so much for
thank you so much, and thanks to all our viewers who joined us today to know about HSE and ASSP. Thank you, Nasima, for your arranging this session for ASSP and myself. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Take care. Good night.
Bye bye.
So that was Sunil NS from Safety Health. I got some insight about HSC which I wasn't aware of. And after talking to him, I feel that became at least somewhat knowledgeable about HSC. So thank you to him. Thank you to all of you for being with me from last 15 days. As I mentioned in the opening of this session, because of your responses, because of your love, we will definitely come back soon, maybe with a different format. Or if you have any suggestion that we can inculcate in our future series, do write to me, DM me. You can uh, post your comments in this video, below this video. Yeah, with that, stay safe, stay home, take care of yourself, take care of elder people, take care of your loved ones. Take care until we meet next. Have a good day.